The Epstein files just got released and conspiracy theorists are running amok. But what they got is not what they wanted. Welcome to Occupy Democrats, I'm David Reddish. Jeffrey Epstein is a name that has haunted Donald Trump for the past decade. You've probably heard his name but may not know the story. In short, Epstein was a New York math teacher turned financial consultant. He presided over a number of investment businesses and hedge funds in his career, which placed him arm in arm with some of the world's wealthiest and most powerful people. That didn't stop him from playing a key role in the 2008 financial meltdown, and one of his businesses, the mortgage company Liquid Funding, almost single-handedly caused the collapse of the bank Bear Stearns. Charming. But that's not what made Epstein notorious. Beginning in the 1990s, if not earlier, Epstein and his girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell, went about human trafficking underage women for the uses of the wealthy and powerful. Take that as you will. Epstein also frequently videotaped these encounters to blackmail those involved. By the mid-2000s, his sins had begun to catch up with him. Epstein faced legal action from his victims first in 2008 and was accused in numerous lawsuits thereafter. For the purposes of this story, one of those cases stands out. In 2016, an underage woman accused Epstein and Donald Trump of assault in 1993 when she was 13 years old. Trump and Epstein were close friends for the better part of 2 decades. Check it out. The video you see here was unearthed by NBC News. It was reportedly filmed in 1992 at Mar-a-Lago. Of course, as you can see, it shows Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein canoodling together as they check out women during a party at the country club. Makes you wonder what they're actually whispering to one another, doesn't it? What could a man who has bragged about assaulting women and another who is convicted of assaulting women have to share with one another? Fascinating. Following his arrest for human trafficking in 2019, Epstein was found dead in his prison cell. The 2 cameras monitoring his cell were deactivated for some reason that night. Epstein was found hung in his cell, and an autopsy found conflicting evidence as to whether he may have been murdered or whether he offed himself. Conspiracy theorists have long suspected that Epstein was killed to protect a powerful friend, like Donald Trump. You got all that? Here's where things get interesting. Yesterday, Trump's new Attorney General, Pam Bondi, said this.
200 victims. 200. So we have, well over 250 actually. So we have to make sure that their identity is protected and their personal information. What you're going to see, hopefully tomorrow, is a lot of flight logs, a lot of names, a lot of information. But it's pretty sick what that man did.
Recall this all started after President Trump first told our own Rachel Campos Duffy that he was open to releasing some information.
Would you declassify the 9/11 files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah.
Would you,
I did a lot of it.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you don't know. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world. But I think I would.
Then last month, President Trump signing an executive order calling on agencies to release secret documents. Well, now Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna says she just heard from the DOJ in posting the letter sent from them to X, which reads in part, "The integrity of criminal investigations and prosecutions is essential to every component of the department's mission to uphold the rule of law, keep our nation safe, and protect."
Earlier today, FBI Director Kash Patel finally unsealed those files, but they are not what anyone suspected. What now appears on the FBI website is mostly gibberish thanks to heavy redaction. Pam Bondi has said more files will go public tomorrow as well, though if this is any indication, expect heavy redaction there too. Now granted, some redaction is important in a case like this. The victims have been through enough already, and they have a right to their privacy. But what has conspiracy theorists salivating, most of them in MAGA world, is a chance to see Epstein's full client list. We already know that Donald Trump, Prince Andrew, and Stephen Hawking, and Bill Richardson were all named in previous lawsuits. And the name everyone is buzzing about, of course, is Donald Trump. The irony is that MAGA world loves a conspiracy theory, hence their obsession with Epstein. But what happens if Donald Trump turns up on the client list? What happens if there's videotape of him doing something unsavory? Don't count on it happening. Pam Bondi has already shown herself to be a loyal stooge of Trump. She spread conspiracy theories about the 2020 election being rigged. So don't think it's strange that Bondi would ever cover for Trump in the face of scandal, especially so early in both their new terms. Nevertheless, as we speak, copies of the full client list have begun to circulate among Washington insiders. Naturally, we will keep you up to date on this story as it continues to develop. Either way, we have a feeling that no matter what is revealed in the files, that won't stop MAGA from believing even more cockamamie conspiracy theories. Just watch. The next thing you know, they'll say Epstein was actually a space lizard. This is Occupy Democrat.